Hello everyone, I'm Andrew Gillis, the assistant sports editor for The Post. This is Luke O'Rourke, our men's basketball reporter. Behind us we have Carl Fonticella. He is our men's basketball photographer most of the time.
Thank you.
And he's very good at it.
I'd say most of the time.
We're here at Bowling Green. Ohio thoroughly dominated the Falcons today, 96-72. Really dominating performance from the Bobcats, who really needed one. 3 of their last 4 they had dropped. Came out tonight, Jerron Simmons dropped 23, Kaminsky had 22. Really good shooting performance from the Bobcats tonight, especially offensively. Coach Phillips was really impressed with it. Kenny Kaminsky was really impressed with Jerron Simmons, said he took over tonight's game. Just a really impressive performance by the Bobcats tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we kind of noted this before the opening tip-off, but the Bobcats are always kind of they're really based off Kenny Kaminsky. If Kenny Kaminsky could be that third cog, you're going to get the Jordan Dartis, you're going to get the Jerron Simmons. And Jordan Dartis also played really well in the first half. He had 16 points. But the point being is that when Kenny Kaminsky gets going, the Bobcats normally win. Statistically, coming into this game for the past 4 games, he had 29 points on 10 of 37 shooting. Tonight he had 7 of 10 from beyond the arc, and he was 7 of 11 from the field in general.
And 7 of 10 from 3. That's almost stupid shooting from 3.
And he busted the zone. I mean, he mentioned after the game the Falcons came out. They played man to man. Then all of a sudden they started playing zone. Well, they started playing man to man because of Jerron and driving the paint. And then all of a sudden they started playing zone. And here comes Kenny Kaminsky.
Well, and the reason I was laughing at that because after the post game, or during the post game interview, Kaminsky said they ran man to man early on, and then once they kind of switched into that zone, he said that he had 2 or 3 wide open threes. He said once that happened, he goes they didn't really know what they were doing. I think that's the other important thing. Not only did Kaminsky score, we mentioned Simmons with 23, Kaminsky with 22. Just looking at the score sheet, Jordan Dartis had 16, and I think all 16 of those might have came in the first half.
An interesting note about Jordan Dartis is that he's now hit a 3-pointer in 16 consecutive games. I don't know how long that is in terms of OU program records, but still kind of an impressive feat for
that is a very impressive feat, especially when you add in the fact that Rodney Culver probably had the best offensive game of his college career. He came in, scored 12 points tonight. Really impressive performance from him, and I think
he was 5 for 9.
And the Bobcats, they had four scorers in double digits, and Jason Carter only had 8 points. So I think what the Bobcats proved tonight, they can put up a lot of points. They put up 96, and when they do that, they don't need somebody down low that can score a double-double. Coach Phillips said he'd like to score or like to have Jason Carter get a double-double, but if you shoot the lights out tonight like they did, he's shooting 53% from the field, there's really not much else you need to do.
Interesting side note real quick, Bowling Green actually played 2 football players from their program. News broke from the Toledo Blade that 4 players were suspended prior to this game. And then they came out and they had two football players on the court.
They had a tight end and a wide receiver.
Tight end and a wide receiver, and I got to read this because I got to make sure it's correct. Hunter Fulkertsma and Teo Redding. Redding actually came into the game, hit a 3 from the corner, which made this place go nuts. Came back down the floor, got a steal. He wanted to throw one down bad. He tried to, realize he wasn't going to make it, so he laid one in, but he had 5 points. And the tight end and the wide receiver were the Falcons' 4th and 5th leading scorers. So they scored 11 points combined, so it's not like they came in and were just kind of there for show. They actually needed these guys to play. They only had 6 scholarship players starting the game. So it would be easy to say, the Bobcats, they kind of had an upper hand. They really did coming into this game. Bowling Green was really depleted. There really wasn't much that Bowling Green could do, especially when you only have 6 scholarship players. But the Bobcats depth really shine. I think that was the big part from tonight. That was the overwhelming theme of tonight's game. Carl, what did you see from the floor?
I mean, it showed that tonight, even though Jason Carter has been talked about most of the time after Antonio Campbell got injured as the guy that the Bobcats need to step up. I mean, like they said, he only scored 8 points tonight, but even if he has an off night, it doesn't matter. If the team shoots like this, I mean, they shot 18 for 35 from beyond the arc. I mean, even if Jason Carter is on an off game, hey, Ronnie Culver can come in, shoot it really well. Gavin Block, I thought, did pretty well today.
I thought Gavin Block was pretty good defensively.
Defensively, he did
he's
really
always
well.
kind of that spark plug that I think the Bobcats really need in that lineup. And I think what Jerron Simmons said post game, when Antonio Campbell was in the lineup, they ran a lot of. He and him would run that pick and roll offense, and their offense kind of generated through Campbell. Now, when you don't have that one player,
more of a motion-based offense.
Exactly. So it's a lot faster. It's a lot more, I guess, up tempo of an offense,
which allows a guy like Gavin Block, who has a lot of intangibles on the floor, to space it, do a skip pass. He had 4 assists tonight. So he's another guy. I mean, this is a Bobcat team kind of fitting, still trying to fit all their pieces together, still trying to really find out their identity.
And this had the feel of a get-right game. Like I mentioned earlier, the Bobcats should have dominated. They should have won. But tonight they really did that, and I think that's something moving forward that the Bobcats are going to have to look at, because when they can move the ball as well as they have and get 4 guys in double digits, and Jason Carter, as good as he is, only scoring 8 points, that's just something that you can build off of. That's something that they're going to have to do, because they're going to have to run quick. They're going to have to run as fast as they can, and they're going to have to shoot. They're going to have to shoot really well, because for as much as they dominated Bowling Green was still tied with them in rebounds at 42. So the rebounding down low still isn't perfect.
It was only, sorry to interrupt, but it was only a 44-33. I mean, they were only down 11. Bowling Green was only down 11.
Yeah, Bowling Green wasn't out of it at halftime. I think the second half, Bowling Green just really didn't shoot well, and I think that was kind of what led to their demise. But like we just said, big dominating win from the Bobcats tonight, 96-72. Following along with the postathens.com, we'll have recaps, sidebars, whatever you could want from this game tonight. So for Andrew Gillis, the assistant sports editor, Luke O'Rourke, our men's basketball writer, and Carl Fonticella, our reporter, or not reporter, maybe you're a reporter.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Our photographer, Pete Nakos, waving in the background. Thanks for watching, guys.
Appreciate it.